touch, 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 thought about you way too much, overthinking us. Cause you've been so out of touch. You could have had my love, but you've been so out of touch. I know that these lyrics are simple, as is the song. I've seen a lot of people complain about it on Twitter, which maybe I shouldn't put so much weight into what people say on Twitter these days, but here I am ready to defend this song. I think it's good at what it does. It provides a simple and cohesive narrative that can help represent Cat's Eye as a group in a way that I think debut struggled to in a lot of ways. And it really makes me think about how, and I'm just coming up with this right now, but I look at these lyrics and I really think they're effective. I really like the lyricism on this song, and I want to say something like, maybe welcome back Shakespeare? Or no, Cat Shakespeare. I would even go so far as to say, like, I really like the lyricism on this song. It's simple, but I think really effective. But before we move on, I want to clarify that those two sentences about Shakespeare were intended to be sarcastic. I'm going to put the part of the script highlighted on screen. All of what was said in the highlighted text was intended to be read sarcastically. I don't mean to genuinely compare these lyrics to the works of Shakespeare. I wouldn't cross the Shakespeare stands like that, but I do appreciate the lyricism and songwriting on this song. I think it works really well, so I thought I'd use the Welcome Back Shakespeare meme template to express my enjoyment of this song's lyrical message in a bit of a hyperbolic way. I like to have fun sometimes. So, Touch presents a cohesive narrative that is easy to pick up on, but complex enough to be able to stand on its own as a part of Cat's Eye's debut. You fully understand the sentiment of the song title by the time you finish it. You know why the song is called Touch, right? The love interest in this story hasn't been paying attention to the narrator, causing her to overthink everything. The narrator's mind moves so fast to the point that when the subject finally decides to actually say something, the narrator has already moved on. In the first verse, we go from Monday, I was dreaming about you, all the way to weekend, you already missed it, I was moving on because you were moving too slow. The subject did not show up fast enough to the narrator's liking. We follow the story of neglect all throughout the week through the pre-chorus, heading into the chorus with the line, the moon makes you seem so close tonight, but you've been so out of touch. It's a simple song, but insanely good at what it sets out to do, in my opinion. I don't think Cat's Eye needs to be singing about insanely complex narratives, insanely Shakespearean narratives, right at their debut. People have been, I think, unfairly dismissing it as just another TikTok song, but now in retrospect, I think this song is crafted the way that it is for a reason, genuinely. I also disagree that it has nothing of value outside of being likely to do well on TikTok, which is what the "this is just TikTok music" label seems to set out to do. With that being said, I do not disagree that Touch seems to be very tapped into the current trends in the industry. It's very indicative of what you'd hear out of K-pop girl groups right now, which has earned Cat's Eye a lot of criticism. If Cat's Eye is intended to market towards the West, why release a song like Touch and why perform at KCON, right? I disagree with this. I disagree with this, I guess, rhetoric. Like, if Cat's Eye is part of a collaboration with Hybe, I don't see why they wouldn't want to market towards K-pop fans, who are already reliably receptive to the concept of a girl group, right? If Cat's Eye can build a reliable following in the K-pop ecosystem, that would give them a solid ground to launch themselves into full-scale Western promotions later on. They're just getting started, so marketing to the K-pop community first makes a lot of sense in my mind, which that brings me to Touch. It's a perfect song with a strategy like that in mind, but I also suspect it's intentionally and explicitly referencing modern-day pop sounds for a reason, in the same way that Debut the Song makes sonic and visual reference to the earlier girl groups of the 90s and 2000s. If Debut makes reference to where girl groups have been before, and Touch makes reference to where they are right now, I suspect the lead single of their upcoming debut album is going to be the song that is Cat's Eye's declaration of what kind of group they want to be sonically and visually. Debut is the past, Touch is the present, and the future is Cat's Eye, right? I think that would make a really good first album concept. That seems to be the direction they're going in with Touch in mind. That's the way the songs are ordered on the tracklist. Debut the Song makes much more sense with this in mind, but I'm still not really sure about it being the lead single. Again, I don't think it was strong enough lyrically in terms of message to be able to represent Cat's Eye the best. I think Touch does a much better job, and I'm kind of sad that some people are quick to dismiss it as just another TikTok song. But I also understand, in some ways, that people are growing more and more frustrated and volatile to songs that barely hit the 2-minute mark. I can see how that's frustrating. I'm frustrated by it too, but yeah, I mean, I do think Touch would have benefited from being longer, but I can also really appreciate it for what it is right now. As far as this upcoming album goes, I'm definitely interested to see what this third single is going to look like and bring. I suspect it's going to bring a new sound and style to this group that is more in line with what the members have in mind for themselves as a group, or at least I hope that's what what's going to happen. If you saw the KCON performances, you know that Cat's Eye is way far beyond the threshold of the 2 songs they have right now. They have the performance talent and ability to take on pretty much whatever they want. So I also understand the frustration with the shorter songs in that way, as Cat's Eye has already proven that they have the talent for much more than what they've been given. But I think we'll have to wait and see what the first album brings. I'm still kind of critical of Debut. I think it's a good song. I just think it may have been just as effective with the past, present, future concept if it was just the opener on the debut album. I want to see Cat's Eye win. I really, really do. I'm rooting for them. They've honestly been through so much already, and I hope they can enjoy the release of this upcoming album at the very least. I hope they're given a lot of say as to what type of music and visuals they're putting out. Given their talents already, I think that would make for the best formula for success for them. That's what I think about this. Let me know what you think about Touch, if you have any predictions or expectations or wishes for this upcoming album, and so on. Thank you for watching all of this. If you did, subscribe if you want to, and I will see you next time.